What's up, Jackie? What's up, Damien? What's up, everybody? What's up, Jackie? Let's see here. What's up, Kat? Thank you, Kat. What's up, Alex? Teach me how to play what you just played. Listen, I teach. If you want to book a lesson, you can go to my website. The link is in my bio. What's up, Tech Bill? He says, sounds phenomenal. Thank you. What's up, Corn Lord? What's up, Damien? What's up, Grave Dancer? What's up? Yo, shit, man. We got some people here. What's up, everybody? All right, my name is Jay Tarantino. I play guitar in a band called Etherius. Playing the best and baddest guitar licks on the damn internet, on Al Gore's internet. We got a new record called Hymns of the Crimson Raven. I don't know if anybody will get that joke. All right. What's up? We got a record. We got 3 albums. We got a record called Hymns of the Crimson Raven. We are an instrumental melodic metal band. I only play my own music here. I don't do any covers. I just play all original songs. I write my own music. So that's what you were hearing. Hope you all stick around. Jackie gets the joke. Remember that whole joke back in the early 2000s about how Al Gore is the one that Al Gore invented the internet? All right, let's see. Y2 Hitman says, you guys played in Madison, Wisconsin. Did we? Maybe I played there with Angel. I don't remember. I don't remember that. That must have been a while ago. He said, Al Gore still can't find Man Bear. My man, yes. He's super serial, man. Remember that. Yes. How many hours of your music from your band can you... I could probably play like 2 hours. Like if I played the whole catalog, it'd be probably about 2 hours of music, I think. Something like that. I cannot play guitar for I can't anymore. I used to practice like 6 hours a day. I can't do that anymore. I just, after like an hour or two, I'm like, all right, I need to give my fingers a rest. That's why I generally do streams like an hour and a half, because that's the point where my fingers get tired and I start like making stupid mistakes. So I know like hour and a half to 2 hours is probably like, that's the law of diminishing returns. That's where it starts to go downhill. All right, I'm gonna play that again. Yo, that was a song called The Inevitable End. What's up, Ash? All right, what's going on here? All right, we got a bot in here that says, "Sorry, speed is not the deal. Goodbye, horrible, no feeling." Okay. Tell me you suck at guitar without telling me you suck at guitar. What fret was that? 779,296 notes back on the... That, no, you mean it was 800,000, but who's counting? He says, anyone else feeling like Mr. Steen should try skydiving without a parachute? My man should just take a long walk off a short pier. How about that? That's my favorite thing to tell people when they piss me off. I'll be like, man, just go take a long walk off a short pier. Please. It's a bot. It was definitely a bot. Everything on the internet is a bot now. Nothing's real. It's all fake. All right. What's up, everybody? My name's Jay Tarantino. I play guitar and I have no soul. I just play fast. I don't have any soul, no feel, nothing. That's it. All right, here's a song called March and Defy. Am I real? Are you a reel? You could be an Instagram reel. I know Jackie's real. I know Jackie's real, for sure. Even though we've never met in real life, I know you're a real person. I know Damien's a real person, too. What's up, Austin? Jackie says, you had a day? Well, how was your day? Jackie, how was your day? Do you need to vent? This is a venting session. Not only am I going to play guitar, but this is going to be like therapy for everyone. Everyone can air out their grievances. Liz says, I'm real. AI would malfunction with me. What's up, my boy Larry C over on Twitch? He says, who needs a soul when you're a guitar? I know, exactly, dude. I don't... Whatever, man. It's probably a fake profile anyway. Most of this shit on the internet is fake anyway. Like, all these like, you go to, like, a political page, and, like, all the comments, it's probably all bots. Like, we're getting all worked up. We're, like, fighting each other over comments made by accounts that aren't real. So I think people need to wake up to that. All right, Vinny Angel's Rock and Roll Bedroom says, I am fake. All right, well, at least you're honest about it. I appreciate that. All right, I'm going to play that again. Yo, what's up, Redneck? What's up, Austin? I think I said hi to Austin, but I'll say hi to you again. What's up, Nate Dogg? Who else we got here? All right, Vinny says, you're damn good, dude. Clean good. Shit, I can't even read. You're damn good, dude. Damn good. Thank you, Vinny. And I know you said you're not fake. Vinny's a real person. Shout out to Vinny, man. Thank you. Oh, Nate Dogg wants to hear Pyramid. All right, we'll get to Pyramid, man. You know what? I'll play it for you right now. Because I think you asked for it the other day, and I didn't play it right away, and then you missed it. So I'm going to play it for you right now. All right, what's up? What's up, Stray? Stray says... Stray is back in the guitar game today, yes. And happy birthday to Larry C's son. He turned 11, Max. I met Max when Larry C and we hung out in New York City. Like, that was almost, holy shit, dude. That was almost 2 months ago already. That is crazy. You can't handle the Floyd? Oh, I have a love-hate relationship with the Floyd. Happy birthday to Max. You want to hear Veins of Silver? That's what I'm going to call that song now. Veins of Silverado. That's what I'm going to call it for now. And Stray says, I have a hate relationship with it. Dude, that was 2 months ago already, man. That is... Time flies, man. It's crazy. That is so crazy. All right, Stray says, currently, though, I'm listening while doing my artwork for my room. I cannot wait to see your artwork. It's gonna look, I think you showed me like the final what it was good, like you like made like an AI mock-up of it. It's gonna look cool. What's up, Space Cowboy? Stray says, for real, kind of feels like a week ago Larry was talking about hitting you up. Yeah, Larry slid into my DMs. Actually, no, Larry C and I we're a little closer now. Like, we text each other on the phone. I mean, that's commitment right there. I mean, that's a big step. Nah, man, I love Larry. Hopefully we'll get to see each other soon. Larry's a good dude. He says, you know what that means? We're gonna have to do it again, bro. Dude, well, I think Stray is coming out this way in like the end of the year. All right, let's play some stuff. All right, I'm gonna do let's do I lost my train of thought here. And no, I'm not talking about the Dream Theater album. I'm gonna play Pyramid for my man Nate because he asked for it, and then we'll do some other stuff too. All right, Redneck says I bought the Jackson King V7. Ooh, that is a nice guitar, man. Stray wants to chill with Larry too. Well, we gotta coordinate. We gotta coordinate some things. All right, hold on. I got to find it. You not touch the best music? I don't know what that means. You're listening to the best music right now. She says, I'm waiting on work to tell me if I'm going to Denver or not in this. Shit, man. We'll just go to Denver then. Fuck it. We'll have a meetup. It'll be a meet and greet. Yeah. This one's for Nate Dogg. This song's called Pyramid of Mirrors. Yes. I'm down for that. Let's make it happen. Denver's a nice town. I've been there. pyramid for my boy Nate. Straight says, I always feel like I should tap here and it doesn't do anything. So she went over to TikTok so she could start tapping the screen. Thank you, Nate. We gotta do. She says, "Well, we gotta do the fan club. What are the fan club things? Do a scrape? Oh, you want like a like that kind of scrape? Oh, heart me go popular. I don't know. Oh, okay, yes. When you hit the like button, it pushes the algorithm to say that, hey, this guy's pretty good. Let's see if other people want to listen to him. Okay, yes. And comments, yes. I appreciate them all. All right. That thing. All right, here's a song called The Dark Oracle. This one's fast. Stray says, we are trained team member. Experts in our field. Is that how the A team started? Wasn't that the beginning wasn't that the A team the beginning of like every episode? Isn't that how it started out? I don't remember. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm definitely an expert in my field. All right, anyway. Mr. T, he pitied a fool. Yes, right, man. Stray says, if there's an A team, Jackie and I. Yes, you are. Yes, both of you are on my A team. If I had an A team. All right, here's a song called The Dark Oracle. a song called The Dark Oracle right there. From the new Etherius album. If you want to check out the new Etherius album, if you want to check out all the songs I'm playing here, click the link tree in my profile. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Music, Bandcamp, Google, Amazon, all the streaming platforms. What's up, Suffocate? Welcome back, man. Thank you. He says, sick brother. Thank you very much. All right, man. We're going to keep this going. Here's a song called Thread of Life. Larry C says, how many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh? 10 tickles. I like that one. a song called Thread of Life. All right, we got some comments here. What's up, Mandy? Thank you, Mandy. What's up? Raymond says harmonic minor, fuck the world. Hell yeah, dude. I love harmonic minor, dude. That's my go-to, man. Raymond's giving like a play-by-play of the song. Suffocate says, give me some At the Gates of... Dude, Slaughter of the Soul is just... That whole era of death metal is just Slaughter of the Soul, Heartwork, Carcass. What other albums came out at that time? Was it Vile, Cannibal Corpse, well, In Flames, Jester Race? I guess we'll talk about like Swedish death metal. Yeah, Heartwork, Slaughter of the Soul, the Jester Race. Those are like the three, for me, those are like the three definitive albums from that era. And then, of course, Cannibal Corpse, the first Cannibal Corpse album with Corpse Grinder. Was it Vile? It was Vile, yeah. Although I think Bloodthirsty is a better album. But that's just me. I much prefer Cannibal Corpse with Corpse Grinder than Chris Barnes. I don't care what anybody says. They're a way better band when Corpse Grinder joined. Mandy says, you're so welcome. I'm doing very well. Thank you. Yes. All right, let's see. We got Stray says, good God, I ain't no octopus in because you can look at... are you ticklish? You can look at me and I'll laugh before you even do it. Yes. I think, was it Left Hand Path? Did Left Hand Path come out at that time? I don't remember. Or was that before it? That's a great album, too. But I think that was around that time. All right, Stray is in the Twitch chat. All right, Mandy wants me to tell Stray that she loves her. I hope Stray heard that. We're simulcasting on Twitch. We're on TikTok. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. Then she says, I feel so impatient right now. I want this paint to dry immediately so I can finish this. The finger work be wild. That is, I like how you had to put that. You had to put that in parentheses. That is not a dirty joke. All right, Stray says, hi, Mandy, with a couple of Y's at the end and some hearts. It's like when you're dating a girl. Well, I know this for me. Like, or if a girl's like interested in you, she'll say hey, but there'll be like 10 Y's at the end. It's not just hey, it's hey, and then there's again, there's all these Y's at the end. That's how you know. That's how you know she's the one. But anyway. All right, Mandy says she the best. I agree. Unless you're not super gay. And unless you're not super gay and you just say stuff. And listen, I guess yeah, that's true too. Riz, yeah, according to Larry C, I have hey. Yeah, it's like, what does a gay horse eat? What does a gay horse eat? Hey. All right, I don't know. I'm stupid. I'm just being stupid right now. My name is the same on Twitch. Oh, Mandy's gonna come over to the Twitch chat. Yo, the Twitch chat gets wild sometimes because we can say whatever we want. All right, Mandy's coming over to Twitch. What's up, Ty? Am I tired? No, I'm not tired. I have a ton of energy. I don't know why. I think because I didn't go to the gym today. I did not go to the gym today, so maybe that's why I'm not tired. Yeah, usually by now I'd be dragging ass. Too many red... No, I had a can of Celsius like this morning at like 7:30 this morning. I don't drink Red Bull. Red Bull's disgusting. Liz says I get in a lot of trouble on those kinds of sites. Yeah, Twitch gets wild sometimes here. I'm in the wrong business because my Twitch, when I go to the main page, y'all be seeing some broads like doing a hot tub. They'll just be sitting in a hot tub and they'll have like fucking 50,000 people watching. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm definitely doing I should not be playing guitar. This is the wrong thing. Jackie says 5:15 comes super fast, but if I go to sleep now, the AM comes too fast. Yeah. I hate when you wake up. It's funny. Sometimes, like, you sleep heavy, you wake up, and it's only been like an hour. It's like an hour later. And then sometimes you go into a deep sleep, and then you wake up, and you're like, shit, I got to get up in 20 minutes. Yeah, it sucks. That sucks sometimes, but it is what it is. Ty says, Jay going to start playing in a Speedo in the hot tub. Well, I'm not trying to... I can't play... I could maybe play acoustic guitar. All right, Stray says, I did 6 miles before 6 a.m. Oh, man. I am not a morning person, even though I have to get up at like 6:30 every day. I've tried going to the gym at like 5 a.m. It's not happening. I either need to go in the afternoon or I need to go late at night. I can't do it. Can't do it. All right, this one's from my boy Larry C. That was a song called Veins of Silver and Sorrow. All right, Dimebag fan. I'm gonna say that you like Dimebag. You must be a Dimebag fan. Did I have fun touring with Nita Strauss? I did have fun. Yeah, that was a good tour. I learned a lot. Nita is one of the hardest working people I have ever met in my entire life, and that's why she is where she is now, because she works her ass off, man. So that was a great tour. Austin says Hymns is my favorite. He knows that, and that's why he plays it last. I'll play it. I'll tell you what, man. I'll play it for you right now. Francis K says, sick. Thank you very much. All right, let's go to the Twitch chat here. All right. Stray says, I'm painting. Be patient. She says, Mandy says, I miss you. Stray says, I miss you back. Mandy says, I miss you more. All right, all right. I think the two of you need to get a room. All right, anyway. Mandy says, Jay, I wouldn't be able to stream in 4 places out. I know. I will be totally honest with you. I do not read the YouTube chat. There will be people commenting on YouTube, and I have no idea. I pay attention to the TikTok and the Twitch, and that's it. Everybody else, tough shit. Stray says, I can barely do one TikTok live and talk to people. Yeah. Listen, I'm a one-man band here. I'm talking to everyone. I'm funny. I'm entertaining you. I'm playing guitar. Like, what else do you want from me? Stray says, I'm making my Alaskan king bed right now, and it's taking me forever because it's huge. I bet you it's super comfy, though. It's probably really comfy. Francis says, Francis wants blood. You want the blood of my firstborn? Mandy says, be right there. That's what she said. Comfy and cold. Yes, we were having this conversation the other day, yeah. Although, I don't know, man, that chair, that little beanbag looking chair you got in front of the bed looks pretty comfy, too, so I'll sleep in that. I can sleep anywhere. Listen, when I toured with Angel, the first couple tours we did, we were in a van. I fucking slept on a bench. It was like sleeping on a park bench for 6 weeks. But I made it work. And then we like moved up in the world and we had a bus. We had a bus and I had a bunk. And the bunk wasn't that bad. However, I will say if you're tall, like if you're over 6 feet tall, the bunk is going to be so uncomfortable. They were not made for tall people. Your feet going to be hanging over the ledge. Austin says, Alaskan king bed. It's a double king side. That's right, yeah. Stray's a bougie bitch, man. Yeah, they're like pediatric beds. Yeah, if Damien's very tall, he couldn't sleep in a bunk. Yeah. I will say in Europe though, the bunks were a little bit better. The buses in Europe were nicer. We had a double-decker. So double-decker meaning that the bottom floor of the bus was like the lounge, and then the top floor was where we had all the bunks. That was pretty cool. It was fun. All right, let's play some more music. Damn, it got quiet again now. All right, time to play a song. She says, I'm bougie about comfort. I agree with you on that. Fuck me, I was going to play Hymns. All right, Austin's been waiting. Europe sounds amazing. Oh, man, I could tell you stories about Europe. Man. Matt says, I swear I saw you at Guitar Center in East. You probably did. Come on, man. Don't be telling people where I live. All right, I told Austin I would play this. I know, dude. You're here every night, man. I'm going to play it for you right now. Man. I think I told some stories about Europe like a long time ago, and that's where Cornlord's not here. That's where the Nerf bat came in. We were talking about Nerf bats. Matthew says, fellow metal guitar. Dude, that's you definitely saw me there, yeah. I haven't been there in a while. And Austin's girl. Oh, that's right. Austin's girl was here. She was in my chat. I think Austin came in and then his girl was there and then I think she left and Austin came back or something. I don't remember. Dude, Austin and Chase and Nate are fucking cool. They're awesome people. Oh, you had to go to work that day? All right, Dimebag says, are the European fans really better than American? I wouldn't say they're better. Because listen, man, it depends what band, dude. American metalheads be going nuts. In Europe, is definitely they love metal, especially in Germany and Poland. They were all about it. All right. All right, this one's from my boy Austin. that was from my boy Austin. That was Hymns of the Crimson Raven. All right, Larry C says, my wife asked if I wanted a new pillow filled with feathers. I need new pillows too. Definitely. All right, let's all go out and buy new pillows. All right. Here's a song called Ad Live One. All right, let's all buy new pillows. What's up, Robert? All right, here's a song called Ad Live One. That was a song called Ad Live on Larry C says, love this tune too. Thank you, man. Stray says, I may have copied you and got the same lights because I thought, F these lamps on my table. Which lights? The floor lamps or the hanging lights here? I'm going to get more. I got to get some more because I got to go around the whole room. Oh, you got this. Okay, the floor lamps are cool. I control them through my phone. It's the Govee. I got the Govee ones. I think they were like, I don't remember what I paid for them. The floor lamps are nice. I got to get the floor lamps that are they're designed for a room, like the corners of the room, where the base is basically like a square, so you can put it in the corner, or it's like a half a square. Oh, that's what you got. Okay, those. Yeah, it's not the same ones as those. Okay, I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's like a half square, a triangle there. Whatever, I don't know my shapes. Larry C says, love the picks. Yeah, there's some tricky picking going on in that song. I do like the ending. Hold on. Something like that. Is that high voltage sign half square? Yeah, there we go. Sounds good, clean. Be cool to do something. Something like that. What song is that? That's the song that I just played. It's just undistorted. She says, what song is that? I know it. She says, listen, I'm slow this week. It's okay. It's all right. That's part of your charm. Larry C says, half square equals semi-square? Question mark. No wonder it's so familiar, yeah. There we go. All right. Let me switch guitars. All right. Stray says, I did a mix of Etherius and Vitamin String Quartet for my hike this year. What is Vitamin String Quartet? I am not familiar. You're gonna have to educate me. Larry C says, this version of it sounds like a Midwestern rom-com melody, not in a bad way. Wait, a Midwestern rom-com? That sounds terrible. She's going to send me the thing. All right. Multiples of things, not one thing. She's going to send me multiples of things, not one thing. I was going to say, how is a Midwestern rom-com not bad? All right. Here's a song called Sedna. out of tune. Hold on. That was jarring. All right, let's try this again. was a song called Sedna. Yeah, I don't play any Metallica here. Yeah, check out Cody. Check out Straight put Cody in the chat. Cody plays Metallica all the time. Cody's awesome. He's not here right now, but he's an awesome dude. All right. Here's a song called Gilded Shadows of Oblivion. All right, Larry. Larry C says the slide into the song is always much appreciated. Dude, that slide. There's just something about that slide. I love doing that. Stray says, "What did I miss? You have an angry face." No, that's my focused. That's when I'm focused. When I'm focused, I look like I'm angry. When I'm at the gym, I'm like so focused that like my trainer, like he'll like if we're not training, like but he'll be training like himself by himself, and I'll be training by myself. He's like, "Bro, you always look like you're so angry." And it's like, I'm not angry. I'm just focused, man. She says, "That tone when you do those gallops, yeah, that's just that." I'm trying to be like John Schaefer. You have RBF? Yeah. It's just this tone is just super heavy. Larry C says, "I have RPB, which is resting Polish face." Oh, man. We must stay focused, brothers. We must... Dr. Umar, we must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused. You have RPF, resting Polish face? Stray says, "My boss calls me the GM of RBF. He even made me business cards." That's hilarious. You're the GC of RBF. That should be like a business. That'll be a business. I'm going to start a contracting business called RBF. I'm the GC. I'm the CEO of RBF. At the bottom, it says, "It doesn't mean really big feelings." That's funny as hell. Larry C is cracking up. Larry C is getting a good laugh out of that. She the CEO of RBF LLC. I got Larry C laughing his ass off. Stray says, "I'll send you guys a pic of them. They're on his desk." Oh, that's great. That is hilarious. Larry C's laughing. The CEO of Fixes Binds LLC. All right, Dewani says, "Fully expecting to hear the Feel Good Inc. after that laugh." I'm not sure what that is. Zachary says, "You're so good at guitar." Thank you, man. He said that one no scope sniped my ass. Stray says, "Next to the coffee cup I got him that says world's okayest boss, I guess." Oh, by the Gorilla. Dude, I've never heard it, man. I'll be totally honest with you. Never heard that song. Maybe I'll have to check it out. I'll have to check it out then. He doesn't consume music, he makes it. This is actually, I know that's a joke, but that's actually true. But I do listen to I have a hard time listening to a lot of new music. It's not that I don't want to. It's just that I do music, so it's like hard for me to get into new music. I'm always going back to the old stuff that I love. Larry C says the song is off Demon Days. Okay, so the Gorillaz had an album called Demon Days. I'm gonna have to check that out. Zachary's got 3 acoustic guitars. Yo, acoustic guitar. I have one here. I have one here somewhere, back there. I haven't. You know what? To be honest with you, the acoustic has gotten kind of neglected. I haven't played it as much. I'm gonna have to start picking it up again. All right, let's do a couple more here. Here's a song called Arctic Shadowscape. Yeah, I fucked up at the end there. I missed the note. It happens. I'm sorry. Sorry to disappoint you. Citizen says, I'm just going to keep... Dude, you're always going to be Citizen, dude. He says, I'm just letting you know I'm still alive, just really busy and emotionally distracted. That's what what do the women call it today? They say guys are emotionally unavailable. That's you. That's you right now. You're emotionally unavailable. That's me all the time. Let's see what we got going on here. He said, Jay just figured me out. Damn it, now I got to change my name again. Dude, listen, I'm sharp, man. I'm sharp as a tack, bro. Larry C says, who needs emotions when you're the guitar boss? I know exactly, man. Psst, shit, dude. If I could not feel emotions, that would be amazing. He said, all of my tacks are dull. Stray says, I come with my own emotional availability. Or what's the buzzword that the women like to use today? Emotional intelligence. I'm definitely emotionally intelligent. I just know that my intelligence tells me that I'm not emotional. I'm more of a stoic. I tend to be more of a stoic type of person. I don't let things bother me. Yeah, toxic masculinity. It's called rationality. Yeah, exactly. I'm a rational person. I think a lot. I think things through. I'm a ponderer. Shit. Liz says, what about creativity? You have to have it. This is true. Yeah, you gotta. Stray says, men aren't supposed to be manly. They're supposed to be in touch. Yeah, dude, all this shit about men being in touch with their feelings. I could go on. I'm not gonna go on a rant here. But the conspiracy theorist part of me is definitely. I definitely think there's a psyop to push people to go to therapy and gaslight people into thinking that they're depressed. But we're not gonna go there. We could have that conversation for another time. Conversation for tomorrow, yeah. We'll do a live stream. I won't even play guitar. We'll just talk about life. We'll just talk about the world. What's on our minds? I'm not related to Quentin Tarantino. NWO gonna be on my neck, yeah. No, I'm not related to Quentin. He says I will effing unsubscribe. I'll be your therapist, and I won't even charge you $200 an hour. All right, anyway. Let's do some more. See, dude, I got you, bro. Stray says, I don't know, man. I just work through stuff rationally. This is what I'm saying. I dropped my pick. That's right. I got another one. I got 100 picks here on my desk. Cyber Citizen says, I changed all my music from power metal to... Ooh, all right. When are you going to... Maybe next time we do a lesson, dude, we'll get in... do thrash metal. You're speaking my language now, bro. Yes, sir. Stray says, can I do shit about this? No, okay, then we're going to move forward here. Yeah, exactly. I control the things that I can control, and if I can't control it, then it is what it is. Thrash is the best. This is a fact. Larry C says, tough times don't last. See, this is the thing. Exactly. Again, I'm not going to... Younger people have been coddled so much that they have no idea. And this goes even back to our generation, like the millennials, because this is kind of where it started. Like, people have no resolve. They have no idea how to handle adversity. They have no idea how to deal with stress. Let's just throw therapy at all of our problems. Let's just take some medicine. Let's just take some pills that make us happy. No, motherfucker, you gotta endure, man. You gotta suffer. I don't mean like physical pain, but you gotta suffer. But all right, I said I wouldn't go. I said I wouldn't go on a tangent. Can you coddle me? I mean, I need to be coddled just one. No, fuck no. I'm not coddling you, motherfucker. Get your ass back to work. All right. Anyway, here's a song called "The Omnipotent." Me and Stray gonna go on a tangent. that was a song called The Omnipotent. All right. That moment when you missed the foot pedal not once but twice. Yeah, I fucking hit the wrong channel by accident. Citizen says no one knows this, but I buy Jay's used socks. All right, first of all, who's taking my socks? That's where all my missing socks are going. Somebody's selling them on the black market. Larry C says, "How do you play that? How the hell do you play that? Which part? Are you talking about that riff?" This part's easy. Just all hammer-ons in. It's just all hammer-ons. You rigged the dryer. He found out where I live, and he rigged my dryer. It's so easy. Look, here, a quick lesson. Yeah, I'm only using the index finger and the pinky for that riff. Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, you just got... Stray says, I can't even strum Biohazard. Just a little slap and tap. Yeah, man. That's what my last girlfriend liked. The slap and tap. A little slap and tap. But anyway. Alright, man, it's time to get out of here. Pause. Nah, no pause. All right, everyone. Yo, let's get out of here. She liked to get dominated. He says, I guess the current... Well, there is no current girlfriend, so... All right, anyway. My name is Jay Tarantino. Check out the new Etherius, my band Etherius, our new album, Hymns of the Crimson Raven. Click the link tree in my profile. I will see you all tomorrow. Hope you all have a great night. Peace. He's hoping for you.